Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be taking you through a simple tutorial on how to create a page like this in Flutter. The page includes an animation that pops up a button from the bottom, and when you scroll, the text sliding smoothly. Yeah, that's it. With that being said, let's jump right into the video. So we start by creating new Flutter project. We'll call the project Flutter a name or any name of your choice. So you can go ahead to create the project and finish. This is the default template created by Android Studio. We'll go ahead to delete the files you don't need. Deleting the test directory. And removing everything inside my app and deleting everything else. Inside my app, we return a material app with home. We'll create a new page called onboarding, which we will create shortly. Go to Leaves, right click and new that file. That extends a stateless widget. We'll be using material instead of pattern. So we'll change that and this, and we'll return a scaffold, an empty one for now. Now we have the app running. I want to go ahead to remove the bulk checkout banner. Now we can start creating our layout. In our scaffold, in the onboarding screen, we create a body and return a stack instead. In the stack, we will have a page view builder, which will define like so. The item builder will give us a context and an index. So we are required to return a widget. In this case, it will be our individual page, which we will call our page and create shortly. New that file, that page. And return a safe area, and this should be material. we need to import this guy here. Each page contains just the image and the text. So right here in the page, we'll return a colon children. I'll be loading the image from a URL. Image.network, because we are loading the image from a URL, so we can run the project. We can clear this error. Now I don't want the image to be a full screen. I have to give it an height of 300 and width of 300, and push it a bit from the top. Now we can add our text. The first text and also the summary text. Run the project. Now we can go ahead to style the text. Now I want to be importing a font. I want to use Google Fonts. If you go to the pub directory, you can get Google Fonts. It provides you access to all of Google Fonts. That makes life easier. So I'll just go ahead to install the PubSpec package. Right, we have access to Google Fonts in the app now. We go back to the app page and to the main page, and we can set our font as a global font for the app. Our text theme we'll call the Google font, and we'll use, I think I'll use Poppins texting for now. Now we have our font as Poppins. Now we can style our text. I'm using a text style. Texting, an header of 6, and the alignment centered. Then for our summary text, we'll be using a body style. Text one, and the alignment also centered. Now we can give some spacing to our text. I don't want to give a spacing to the whole container because I want to be swiping from left to right, and I want the text to slide in smoothly from the edge of the screen. So instead I'll be padding the individual text. You can wrap it with a padding. Give it a padding of 20. The same thing for the second text. Wrap it in the padding. Now that we have the image and the text, also I want to make the text a bit transparent. I'll wrap the padding inside an opacity. Opacity, it takes a value from 0 to 1, with 0 being transparent and 1 being fully opaque. So I want something in between, 0.5. And the same thing to the second text. Now we have the pagination, but we need to control how many pages we want and show an indicator here, and show an indicator at the bottom. For the indicator, I'll be using a package called smooth scroll page indicator. And I'll be using the one with the warm effect. You can install the package now. Package installed. We'll go to the main page. The onboarding screen instead. So below the onboarding screen, below the page view, we have a smooth scroll page indicator. The package requires a controller, which in this case is a page controller. We'll create one here. So we can attach it to our smooth scroll page indicator, and our count, we want it to be 3. We want 3 pages. Alright, it shows up here, but we want the indicator to be showing at the bottom of the screen. So we have to wrap our smooth scroll page indicator inside positioned. So we can set the position of the item. Set it to bottom 0. Now it is somewhere around here. We can push it up a bit by increasing the bottom value to like 15. That looks right. Now we want the whole indicator to be at the center. To do that, we wrap the smooth page indicator inside a center widget. It won't still be in the center. To make it fully centered, we have to attach it to both the left and the right, and you can bump the bottom value up a bit. Now we have it. Swiping the pages will not affect the indicator because we need to tie the controller, the page controller, to the page view. So we go into the page view builder. We have a controller property and we attach our page controller. Now the count should be the same, same value. We have our page count. Equals to 3. Now we can set our item count for the page viewer to our page count, and also the counts to our smooth scroll page indicator. Now if we reload this, it threw an error. What could be the reason? The offset was out of bound, so we can just rerun the project instead. Now we have both the page view builder and the smooth page indicator tied together. Now we can style our smooth scroll page indicator. Before you can style the height, you need to apply an effect. The effect is what you can style. Now we have the effect as a warm effect. By default, it's used a warm effect, but because we want to style the colors and the size, we have to explicitly state the effect. Now we can say dot color, which will be colors dot, or use a black or black 12. Active dot color, colors dot, or use a teal color. It looks more like this. Now the next thing to do is to reduce the size of the dots by setting the height to 10 and the width to 10. Now we have our onboarding animation. In the next video, I'll be applying the animations to the text to look. In the next video, I'll be applying the animation to the text to make it look more like this. With this, we have come to the end of the video. If you like what you see, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. I'll post more videos like this in my channel. See you in the next video.